Hello, beautiful family. This is Adrienne Gill from Skin Deep Vitality and Conscious Kitchen. Just hanging out on the grass, outdoors. The sun is going to go down just a little bit here. We're in the Bay Area, November 2nd. So they're going to be changing the time soon to confuse us all, but don't worry. Just go outside when the sun is out. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about today. This is my PSA on sun. It's not going to be a rant. My feelings that I would like to share on what I see happening in the world. I guess in my community, if anything. What I see is happening. My public service announcement on the banning or the shunning of sunlight. I've been working in the skincare industry. Sorry about that. I've been working in the skincare industry, working on the skin for almost 9 years. And in the beginning of my, I guess, indoctrination into what conventional skincare is, I was taught a whole bunch of backwards things. I was taught that it has nothing to do with the inside per se, but it's just something that we're dealing with on the outside when it came to any kind of condition like acne or psoriasis, anything you can think of. We're not going to really figure out what's happening inside to cause this condition. We're just going to cover it up with a mask. We're going to slather on some moisturizer. We're going to make sure to put on some SPF because we need to block the sun because we're so scared of getting cancer. As if cancer is what causes, it's as if sun causes cancer. We'll get to that later, not later, in a little bit. It's not going to be too long. So I basically was indoctrinated into this way of dealing with the skin is to deal with it from the outside and just prescribe different products to use at home. Not drink the right water, go out into the sun, eat nutritious foods, but use this lactic acid, this glycolic acid, put it on your skin 10 minutes every other day, etc., etc. Well, I'm at a point in my practice and in my life where I call bullshit. Sorry, I do. My practice has definitely blossomed, and my practice with myself, should I say, and I'm also sharing that with my practice with others. The sun is the vital part of our ecosystem, the vital part of this earth that creates life and warmth, of course. It is something that we need to engage with every day to create more vitality in our lives. It's not something that we need to block. If you're someone who does have fair skin, somebody who's from a different part of the world that doesn't get much sun, of course you're going to be a little more sensitive to the sun. But it's not a dangerous thing to you. You're going to want to start slow if you're someone that's fair and that sunburns. Actually, if we go back to my previous videos, if you get sunburns, it's actually not the skin that's burning. It's the yeast, the mold, the candida that's living on your skin that was probably created by all the creams and the food that you're eating. And the lack of water that you're not drinking to help your body detox. So, as I was saying about fair-skinnedness, oh, here comes a train. It's okay. We need to change our relationship with the sun if we want to survive on this planet. We need to understand that the sun is actually one of the most healing components that we can work with. And what I mean by that is the sun has different rays. We have infrared, we have native blue light, and we have our UV spectrums. In the morning time, as the sun rises, actually also in the evening time as the sun goes down, all that is present is the infrared and the native blue light. And I say native because that's native to our actual planet, and non-native light would be that of which that comes from these cell phones, from the LED lights, from your laptop, from your TV, all that jam has non-native blue light, and that is what's very dangerous to our health. That is what is killing us. That is what is creating conditions. So going back to the morning sunlight, and why am I bringing up these infrared and native blue light? Well, let me tell you something about infrared. Infrared is actually responsible for all the regeneration processes, whatever, in our body. Meaning the infrared light spectrum is what our body uses to actually heal itself. Let me say it again. Infrared light heals and regenerates. Native blue light is actually native to our ancestors, our life. It is okay light spectrum to have. The UV spectrums, we actually have receptors in our bodies to take in those types of light. So, learning about light has really blown my mind in a good way. It's really opened up new doorways and possibilities to communicate with the people that I work with in the skincare industry. I mean, you come in for a facial with me, you're going to come out with a lot of information pertaining to light. You're going to come out with a lot of information pertaining to hydration and DHA and staying away from blue light and biohacking your life to biohacking your environment so that you can stay here. It's getting a little powerful and a little hectic in this world, especially living in the Bay Area. So my personal opinion, or what my personal plan is, I will be leaving the Bay Area within the next 2 to 3 years. But for you, those of you that are going to stay, for those of you that live in cities that are now bringing in the 5G, this is something you need to hear. This is something that you need to work with and acknowledge that is true. You don't have to take my word for it. I would love it if you checked out Jack Kruse' work. Jack, and Kruse is Kruse. I would love it if you checked out Nadine Artemis's work. I would love it if you just look into light spectrums and what infrared does and what native blue light does and how we actually have receptors of UVA and UVB in our body. So, at first, I may have seemed a little upset, but I'm not upset. I'm just very optimistic in sharing this information. I'm very optimistic in telling you to stop using SPF. If you want to shade your body from sunlight, wear a hat or an umbrella. Those SPFs are toxic. If you're going to do something that to help your skin, you want sun harmonizers, you want botanicals, you want essential oils, you want jojoba oil, coconut oil, cacao butter, beeswax. You want oils and you want botanicals, you want herbs. You don't want SPF, even if it has like titanium dioxide in it. You don't want it. It's not something that our body needs. It doesn't use it. But botanicals and herbs and Ayurveda, our body uses for sure. And it aids us into all kinds of processes that we have nothing to do with, except what we surround ourselves with and what we choose to put on our bodies. So I really, really hope this encouraged somebody to look into the sun and how healing it is. If you're somebody who burns easily, you take it slow, 5 minutes a day. If you're going to start your sun journey, I recommend you going into the sun in the morning time with as little clothes as possible. Sun gazing is a beautiful thing. You can do it like this, just look at the sun, close your eyes in the sun. There's so many different ways to do it. And you want to do it when the sun is rising, when the infrared and the blue light are available to you. Infrared is regeneration. In the middle of the day is going to be quite difficult as the sun is a lot powerful, but you can also have another opportunity as the sun sets. Again, thank you so much for listening, and I hope this really encourages somebody to go out into the sun and to ask me questions about the sun and to look up those doctors that I recommended, because not that they're a doctor, they've just been doing a lot of research on this, and they have clients that they've tested all these facts on, if you will. I hope everybody's having a great day. Sorry for the background noise. I do live in a very filled city. Have a great day.